Hi, it's Laura here from the Charleston Holistic Center, and thank you for joining me for today's whatever the heck this is. Intuition is the topic. All right, there's a lot of aspects of intuition, but how do you know when it's intuition and not just wishful thinking? That's hard to tell. It really is. It's very hard to tell, but you have to keep at it over time. It's a over time thing. It's paying attention over time and seeing how things play out. So, sometime this morning in the middle of a dream, I heard a client's voice in the dream and I identified, hey, it had nothing to do with the dream. I just heard the voice. And then I got into work this morning and there was an email message from the client. It's intuition. It's sixth sense. It's I don't know what to call it, but when you have synchronicities like that, you pay attention to them and pay attention to the feeling that you are getting with that. So it has a lot to do with what you're feeling when you get the intuition. So you're in a city and you're downtown late at night by yourself walking, and you suddenly do not feel comfortable. That's your intuition, and always pay attention to that. It's better to look like an idiot than to become a statistic. Seriously. However, you're in a business meeting and suddenly you get a really weird sensation when one of your coworkers or somebody is talking about something and you're like, I don't know what's wrong with this, but it's wrong. There's something off. Pay attention. Figure out what's going on. It's very important to use your rational mind and your intuition together to work the problem. Very important. Don't just run on intuition. That's not going to work as well. Not in the Western world, okay? That can set you up in situations that aren't necessarily grand because until you get really good, your intuition might not be 100%. Because again, the difference between intuition and what we're hoping for. So you have to pay attention and use your rational mind. We have a rational mind for a reason, to use it. So it's doing both. Okay, so what's another intuition example? You have two choices in front of you. Pros and cons are about the same. So you've used your rational mind, you made your list of pros and cons. They're about the same. This is when you get real quiet. It works best if you get really quiet. You get really quiet, maybe you go into meditation, and then you feel into both things. Maybe you're someone who does cards or coins or pendulum. That's intuition. That's using that. Those things still work best if you've gotten really quiet first. But it's important to remember that it's not always necessarily the universe speaking through those things. It's your interpretation. I can't use a pendulum. because I can make the pendulum do whatever I want every time. I can make it do what I want every single time. And people have told me your hand is perfectly still. I'm like, to you, my hand is perfectly still, but I'm still making the pendulum do what I want. I can't do that. I work best with cards if I want to ask something. But a lot of people, you got to learn to get out of your way with that. Again, what you want versus your intuition. It's an interpretation. Intuition is not the easiest thing. There's a lot of aspects. There's a lot of people out there that'll give you ideas on how to improve your intuition. I'll let them do that. But you do have to practice. You do have to practice. And when you get strong feelings, never, ever ignore those. It's better to look like an idiot than be a statistic. Just saying. Thank you, and namaste.